With stunning screen performance and fantastic ease of use, the Nexus 7 is even better than before. It has crisp and bright picture, great resolution and subtle detail, good stereo sound, fast and powerful OS, lightweight, slim and portable build, and it comes at a great price. Some will say the camera could be better, and of course, another problem with Android based apps is that there are very little or no tablet specific apps. Something else is that you have fixed memory. It's not expandable. You have either 16 or 32 GB. Let's go straight up into the tech specs. Everything on this tablet has been boosted from last year's model, with the most obvious change being the most impressive. The new Nexus 7's screen is a stunning 1920 x 1200 pixel resolution with a 323 pixel per inch, that is PPI count, that blows away all competition. The Nexus 7 is backed by Android 4.3 Jelly Bean and the old Tegra 3 processor that has been swapped for a more powerful 1.5 GHz quad-core Snapdragon S4 Pro processor and 2 GB of RAM. The design has been streamlined as well, but the battery size has been reduced to 3950 mAh from 4325 to make way for a slimmer chassis. As a result, average battery life of video and internet browsing is now a claimed 9 hours, down from 10 hours before. The Nexus 7 comes in two versions. There is the 16 GB and the 32 GB. There is no scope for expanding storage via SD card, though, so you need to choose carefully. Both models come with Wi-Fi, Bluetooth 4.0 and NFC as standard, while the 32 GB version is also available with 4G LTE. The Nexus 7's competitive prices have always been attractive, providing a great affordable alternative to other tablets, but it's not only cheaper at similar storage capacity, but also more than worth it for that incredible boost in screen quality. Going to the user interface is the screen that actually grabs more attention. The Nexus 7 looks absolutely gorgeous. The boost in resolution renders the 7-inch screen one of the punchiest, brightest and sharpest that you'll ever see. White levels are stark, clean and bright and contrast beautifully against rich and vibrant colors and deep black levels. The amount of detail is staggering. The outlines of app icons and widgets are pin sharp, and web browsing and e-reading show crisp edges to solid black text and a noise-free bright background. The powerful processor and the Android OS work together to deliver a screen that's faster and more responsive than before, with a smooth as butter operation that makes the Nexus 7 a joy to use. There is no perceptible lag or hitch to the interface. Apps open and close swiftly and games come to life with boosted graphics and speedier reaction times when using multiple gestures across the touchscreen. Of course, I must say something about the video. The Nexus 7 shows its full potential when watching downloaded or streamed video. The 1920 x 1200 pixel resolution makes HD content look just fantastic. The strong contrast levels deliver striking, punchy highlights against startling dark blacks, and there is plenty of subtlety in between to give a real sensation of depth and dynamics. Going to the music and speakers performance, with a pair of decent headphones, they actually work a treat, and you'll be rewarded with a strong and clear sound that packs in plenty of subtle detail and dynamics. From MP3 to WAVs to Spotify streams, the Nexus 7 audio performance is confident and full of energy. The Nexus 7 is impressive and intimate with dialogue, and it has the bite and attack to accompany any blockbuster film soundtrack. But what gives the Nexus an edge over its rivals is that it's capable of quite good stereo sound on its own. There are speakers on top and the bottom edges of the tablet, or the left and right side if you're holding it in landscape orientation, and they deliver a surprisingly solid and rich stereo sound. New to the Nexus 7 is a rear-facing 5-megapixel camera. It joins the front-facing 1.2 megapixel one and comes with handy options for adjusting exposure, white balance, scene and photo size, along with flash and timer options. While taking photos with a tablet isn't as quick or instinctive as with a smartphone's camera, the Nexus 7 is good for the odd snap or two, provided it's in daylight. The 5-megapixel camera takes bright and crisp photos in natural light, with outdoor shots bursting with punchy color, clean whites, and a good level of sharpness. Video shoot with the 5-megapixel camera also looks clean and smooth. Take the camera inside though, and it doesn't fare very well with artificial lighting. Results will be quite inconsistent, but for the most part it struggles to pick up fine detail, with photos looking quite noisy and washed out. The Google Play Store is full of all the latest Android apps, games, and videos to populate your new tablet. It even now features BBC iPlayer and 4OD iTV Player and many such applications. However, it's here that Apple trumps Google. Apple's App Store offers software that's fully optimized for its tablets, giving customers a distinct experience that doesn't feel like using just a larger version of an iPhone. The gap still exists on Nexus 7, and it will be great to see developers take advantage of the space and HD resolution of the Nexus 7 screen for more customized applications. On the other hand, Google's own widgets from Gmail and Drive to Chrome and Google Now work seamlessly with the latest version of Android. Google Voice is accurate and responsive even to lazy mumbles, and makes searching via voice commands feel intuitive, much more than even the Siri application. Another new feature is the ability to set user profiles on the Nexus 7. Delve into the tablet settings and you can set up two different accounts, a user and a restricted one. The user option lets another person set up their own profile on the tablet, customizing the screen with their own selection of apps and widgets. In the restricted profile, you can choose which apps to allow or restrict, similar to the guest user profile on computers. Both options automatically prompt you to set passcodes on your own profile, and you are given the choice of which user to log in as when you unlock the screen. It's a useful feature, especially if the tablet will be shared, and means that you can keep your photos, videos, and game progresses safe from prying eyes. The new Nexus is 2mm thinner with a smaller width of 114mm compared with the predecessor's 120mm. It's a light tablet, 290 grams, compared to the one before at 340 grams, but has enough heft to feel sturdy. Once built by Asus, the chassis loses its heavily textured back to a smoother, rubberized finish that feels so much sleeker and classier. It proves to be a robust and sturdy device with no scratch or scuff in sight, and the design tweaks actually make a huge difference to both the feel and comfort of the tablet. There's still quite a bit of bezel surrounding the screen, but I like having the space to rest my thumbs without accidentally touching a control that interrupts my video midstream. The volume and lock buttons are hidden under the curve of the chassis. It's a nice thought, as it means they don't intrude upon the screen. In summary, its design and ergonomics make it ideal for portable video watching, and the competitive price keeps it attractive as ever in an increasingly crowded market. But it's that gorgeous screen and powerful performance that really wins customers over to this device. The Nexus 7 is a superb tablet. To check out the price at Amazon and also look at what other reviewers are saying about it, click on the link in the description.